Alright guys, I'm reaching the point where I'm going to just throw the camera on every time I come out here in the garage, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what might be good to capture on video and make a video about. A lot of this footage, I'll call it footage, it's digital, it's no longer footage, right? A lot of this video recordings I won't even use, I'll just trash it. But I figured, hey, I'm getting ready to do something, so why not? I'll just put the camera on and talk and work a little bit and maybe make a video out of it, maybe not. My buddy Ron was here a few minutes ago. So, yeah, let's back up. First of all, I've made four videos today. Yeah, kind of on a roll today, just knocking them out. Let's see, I made a Black Friday video that you probably already seen. It was about rad power bikes, kind of interesting. I made a video about, this guy right here, the All Powers power station, which was way overdue. I made a video about that. What else did I talk about? Oh, I started out today with just kind of like what I'm doing now. I just made a video kind of tinkering in the garage and talking about a few different things. So that one. And I made another video. What was that one about? I don't remember. What did I do? What was I doing earlier? I don't remember. I really don't. But there was another opportunity. Look what I did. I knocked my box over. There was an opportunity to make yet another video, because while I was out here tinkering around, Ron showed up. So we had to order him a light because his front headlight broke. I don't know if maybe I messed it up during the installation. I think so, because the wire was kind of tight and snug, and he ended up having to twist his handlebars almost like backwards a little bit to park it in his garage, and it was too tight and it yanked the wires out of the light bulb, or out of the light. So we ordered him another light. So he came down here and we put that on thinking it was going to be, real simple. Simple fix, right? No, we put that light on, and then we discovered that apparently either the new light was defective inside the plug, or just past the plug on the wire that goes on down towards the controller and everything, going that way. Maybe the wire itself was broke, because the light would come on and go off and come on and go off, and you wiggle the wire just a little bit and it kept coming on and going off. And we diagnosed and diagnosed and diagnosed and diagnosed and kept trying to figure out, was it the new light? Was it the plug? Was it beyond the plug? We think we got it narrowed down. It was beyond the plug of the light. So it's on the main part that goes all the way through the battery down to the controller, and we think that's broken. But we've discovered if we bend the wire, put a bend in the wire, then everything works fine. It's got its connection, everything is good. So we bent the wire kind of like in a loop, and then put some electrical tape on it, and we're just going to try that for a while and see if that holds it. And right now it's a fix. It's not the best fix, but it's a fix. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to have our first look at the QUIKR thing here. I was going to make a video just for QUIKR, and here I'm talking about Ron and Magicycle and other things. But yeah, I want to dive into this and see what it's all about. Important, scan with smartphone for user docs and instructional videos. That's kind of cool, right there, printed on the box. All right, that's looking good. Now I'm going to tell you straight up, I already have a critique. I have two critiques about this, yet I purchased it anyway, because I think this was going to be the best option for me. Yeah, I really think so. Even though it's the most expensive one on the market, and I didn't buy it for that reason. I bought it because it's compact. Look, this is I think that's, this is just one tray is what that is. So you fold this flat, and these two wings fold out, and that's a tray on the back side there. I believe. That's how that works. And then you have another tray for another bike and another box. And I'm guessing that's the ramp. So it's modular. One of the reasons why I bought it, so I can only put on one tray. If that's all I need for a particular day, if somebody's going with me, I can add a second tray to be able to take a second bike. It folds up, so it's fairly compact to go inside this very overcrowded garage. It'll probably go up like on a top shelf or something, is what I'm guessing. Kind of what the plan is. So, yeah. Why does that one feel? It feels heavier for some reason. Proudly made in Grand Junction, Colorado. We spent a good part of our life in Colorado. Grand Junction, I don't think I ever made it through there. It's probably 4 or 5 hours away or something up in the mountains. Quaint little place. Yeah, that was in the mountains, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I never made it there, I don't think. If I did, it wasn't that memorable that I remembered it. But I've always heard good things about Grand Junction. Oh, there we go. That's why it's heavier. That looks different, doesn't it? Now it makes sense. So, this is the single tray. This is the one that goes into the hitch of your truck, right there. So this folds out, and that wing opens up for the tray. And that other one is the second, that's the extra tray, that clips onto this one, so you can haul 2 bikes. So that makes sense. Yeah. 2 critiques. Yeah, what were those? Well, one is cost. Crazy expensive, but it's not made by a little Chinaman over in China. It's made by someone in Grand Junction, Colorado. There is a mechanism. I don't know if it's on this or if it's on the other tray, but somewhere there's a little mechanism where you got to pull it to release it, and it's just like a real small little thing you got to grab to pull. You could have put a bigger handle on it. That was going to be a critique. And what else? I think there was something else that I was a little concerned with. A huge concern about the price. Sat on this for, goodness, close to 6 months before I finally decided to buy it. And most people can't even consider this. I get that. I'm fortunate, you know, I have these bikes. I didn't get it for free. They didn't give me a discount. In fact, they never even responded to any of my emails asking them about it. So that was kind of disappointing. But I paid full price for this. Yeah. I mean, the reviews are really good about it. So I'm hoping it's going to be a nice little unit. So I'm going to dig it out, figure it out, see what it's all about, and then I'll make a video, let you guys know what I think. So this isn't like an e-bike. I can't just take it out of the box and make a video about it. I got to take some time with that probably and kind of figure it out a little bit. Yeah, or maybe I don't have to, but that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do. No reason to do an unboxing video. You know, here's the deal. Companies, they send me stuff. I will make lots of extra videos. We've already discussed that recently. But all this stuff I'm paying full price for, or just getting small little discounts, you're not gonna see many videos about those. I'll share what I want to. If it benefits you, I'll share some thoughts, share some things, but then that's got to be as far as it goes. Kind of like a hot item, the Admotor E310 trike, right? That's a pretty hot item right now. A lot of talk about that. I'm the only YouTuber that, last time I checked, it was still the only YouTuber that made videos about it. But you're not going to see too many more. I'm thinking we're going to do one more with that. Maybe doing a comparison with electric trike, since that was the big issue. They were so similar. But you may or may not see that one in any other future videos, unless Mrs. Adventure keeps that one and we're just out riding or something and you happen to see it. But I'm not going to make any specific videos about it because I have fulfilled, I didn't have any commitments with the company. My commitment was to you, the viewer. And I think I've said about all I need to say about it. So that's that. Yeah. Huge box for a huge tray. Well, that's... Oh, I didn't realize that. That stinks. So... Hold on. I'll show you. Tell you what I'm looking at. This is the ramp. And the ramp clicks on just like a tray, so you don't lose it. It's sitting there, which is great. What I didn't realize is that this part doesn't fold up. Now, why would they do that? Why would they make the main part of the bike, you know, what we call the tray? This is the part that allows you to connect it to this part, but then the bike tray itself, I mean, it folds open. So look, I mean, that's a nice short compact size, and then they make you spend, guys, this stupid ramp right here, I almost didn't get it. I probably shouldn't have until I got the bike, or until I got the rack, and then found out if I really wanted to use a ramp. Because a lot of people, they'll just lift up one tire at a time to get their bikes up onto the bike racks. For the cost of this thing, that's what I should have done. It's just sickening how expensive it is. I mean, it's all aluminum, it's heavy duty. But still, really? Here's the other critique. I just remembered it. So critique one was just overall cost. Cost, that's a perfect example here. The other was, what was the other one I just mentioned? See, Richard's getting old. He's getting old. It was, now this doesn't fold, so that's another critique. But the last one is, you have a system like this that costs almost $1,600, and it's not wired for lights. They got this little reflective tape on the back, which is great. But when you put two big e-bikes back here, or even three e-bikes back here, you kind of need to have lights on these racks. And if they're going to spend that kind of money for it, you know, why don't you even just offer it as an accessory item that you can buy? They don't even offer that. Now, there are a couple of videos out there, I believe I saw, that where people found lights, accessory lights that plug into your truck, you know, into your plug, that you can add on yourself, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to be adding lights to this, doing it myself. But QUIKR, why are you not offering lights? This is the only rack they make, I believe. Yeah, this is the only rack they make. So do a better job with it. You know, add some lights. We do have somewhere, I don't know, was that coming separately? Because it's probably not in this box, because it shouldn't be, because it was an accessory item. Excuse me. I guess I need to check on that, but I did get a license plate holder. The license plate holder probably attaches, I'm going to guess it attaches to the tray, or to this piece, because this is going to be the very last one in the series of two trays, and then this sits on the very back. But it's got a license plate holder that allows you to just easily unsnap your license plate from your vehicle so you can stick it to the outside, because that has been an issue. I'm hearing more and more stories of people talking about how they're getting pulled over because, you know, cops can't see their license plate because they got 2 or 3 bikes stacked up back here. And you know, at one time they were forgiving on that sort of thing, and you know, you could get away with it. But these days they're not forgiving anymore. They're saying, hey, you know, it's time to figure out this, you know, come up with a solution for this problem, and they're pulling people over now. So I went ahead and picked up that accessory license plate holder. So yeah. Anyway, well, that's it. I'm going to do a full review video once I figure it out, once I get it installed, and show you how it works and all that. And again, you know, I didn't buy it because of the name brand. I didn't buy it because it was the best quality, because I don't know if it's the best quality. I know a lot of people are really happy with them. I bought it because it's modular. I can only use one if I need it, add another one if I need to. I can buy a third one or a fourth one if I wanted to, you know, put 3 or 4 bikes out here. Plus it had a ramp and it somewhat folds up, except for the ramp. It folds up so I can kind of maybe put it on one of those back shelves back there when I'm not using it. Because most racks, they don't fold up. They're just, you know, it's just a large rack, and then you gotta maybe just set it on the floor somewhere or tuck it out of the way, and I have no space for that. So everything here is, real estate in the garage is a premium. It comes at a premium price. That's why I bought this one. All right, guys, full review coming soon. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Give me a like. Give me a sad face. I don't think that is such a thing. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in another video real soon.